Here on the cheap seats out of Blades, we have Lincoln Lady Railer basketball coach, Mr. Howie Fuiten, who is going to be headed to Knights Action Park probably today after he says he cuts the grass. And Coach, thanks for stopping by.
You bet, thank you.
Coach, it's a summer of teaching and tutelage and all the things that a coach does. You just talked about you had a new boy, I believe, isn't it? New boy?
Yeah.
And haven't had a chance to really spend a lot of time with him because of school and practices and just doing all those things that a coach has to do and wants to do in order to get a program going, rolling, that kind of thing. Fill us in on what's going on now with the Lady Railer basketball program.
This summer we're going to the gym in Springfield. We're playing 2 games a week on Wednesday nights. We're having open gyms. We're going to start not this week, but the week after, I believe. It's going to be Mondays and Thursdays. And then in July, we're going to go 3 days a week and just do a lot of fine-tuned fundamentals that we haven't had in the past and really work on our defense and stress defense, something I don't think we did enough of last year at all. And that's something we're going to work on is our defense. We're going to be real young and get the kids in and get them all together, playing together, so it's not a big surprise when younger kids are playing or people that they don't expect to play are playing.
You talked about the youth coming from some of the great junior highs that we have here in town. How many seniors do you look to have coming back? Juniors, people with playing experience, athletes with playing experience from last year, and then, how many freshmen, sophomores do you think you're going to have to throw in the mix?
We have 1 senior for sure coming back. Hopefully we get 2. I hope she decides to play. She'll bring a lot to us. We have 3 juniors that started as sophomores for us. One of them led us in rebounding, one of them led us in steals, and the other one just a workhorse. Mm-hmm. So we have 3 starters coming back as they started as sophomores. Our seniors played for 4 years. She'll give us a lot of leadership that we need. And then the sophomores, we have 2 sophomores we're looking to. Skylar Conrady gets healthy. She's about 6'1" or 6'2", some size we haven't had, and we have some freshmen coming in that are very, very talented and very big as well.
You talk about going to the gym in Springfield, playing 2 nights a week, similar to what the high school boys do when a lot of the teams come to Lincoln and play. Who will you be competing against in Springfield, and what nights are those on? Actually,
we play on Wednesday night. We play 2 games.
2 games, okay.
Play 2 games every Wednesday. It's a Springfield area school, so obviously all our conference schools will be there. I don't know if Griffin is or not, but I know the rest of them are going to be there. The area schools, Pleasant Plains, Petersburg, Williamsville, Rochester, well, they're in our conference. The area smaller schools will all be there as well.
A lot of chances to see, of course, Springfield, a powerhouse, it seems like now in girls basketball. And not only conference, but kind of a little early scouting report for you for the season.
Well, we're going to be young, like I said, but we're going to be more competitive than we were last year. Mm-hmm. Our conference was unbelievable last year. At one point, we had 1, 3, and 5 in the state in Griffin, Southeast, and Springfield. Wow. And play 6 games against those people. Yeah. It's tough. And our non-conference schedule, we played East St. Louis, Washington, and Richwoods, which were all top 5 teams in 3A and 4A as well. So we played a good schedule. This year we took Richwoods off our schedule and we added Eisenhower, which will help us. Mm-hmm. Actually added MacArthur, I'm sorry. So we're going to be competitive more so with the teams we can play with.
Right.
I don't expect us to play with Springfield and Southeast to a 20, probably, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
I expect to play to a 20-point game, not get beat by 50 and 60 again.
Right.
But we're going to be better, and we have experience.
That's good. Not a lot of it coming back from last year with youth coming in. A couple of things that you talked about. Defense has to get better. What are some other things that the girls have to do that's what you're looking at in the summer when you go to this league or when the girls are at camp that you're in right now? What other things are you stressing, not only defensively, offensively, work ethic, hustle, anything like that?
Well, we need to work on working hard.
Yeah.
Getting in the gym and getting after it. I've talked to several people in the last couple months, and the more I talk to people, the more it makes sense, and I knew it as well, but I have to get into the kids that the more they put into it, the more they're going to get out of it. Sure. And in practice and off-season stuff, if they're working hard and getting beat, they're going to take it harder, and they're not going to want to get beat. Mm-hmm. Or as opposed, I think if we just show up, go through the motions, and we get beat, that can't happen. We need to get in there, work, push ourselves to expect to win and to expect to compete.
And that's a mindset that can be set, like you say, here and in camp and in league and during the summer when the girls want to, it's fun, but you also have to improve and work on some things. We just talked to Coach last week about the boys have to learn to work on things that they're not very good at, or that you want to do some different things on the court, whether it's bounce passing or the biggest thing of shooting a left-handed layup. You've got to work on the things that you're not very good at.
Now, that's something I was going to bring up. Last week, Coach brought up the camp. Girls are invited to this camp, correct? And it's going on. When's it going on? Right now?
It started yesterday, and it runs through Thursday. There's a morning session from 8 to 11:30 for the older kids, and then from 1 to 4 in the afternoon. And the girls are invited. We had 8 or 9 sign up to come out, which I wish we would have had more.
Sure.
But hopefully, I'm gonna go ahead and open the open gyms up to the 7th and 8th graders this summer to get them coming in and getting used to things. So.
Well, that's the thing. You've got to start young and instill, like you've talked about, that mindset to win, expect to win, and coach. That's what you have to do. Anything from the first season that just kind of caught your eye, or first time head coach out at for the Lady Railers? Something maybe I want to hear the good things. I want to hear what was good for you as a coach for the 2010 season.
Well, the first win of the year was pretty cool. They were 1-65 or whatever it was, and we won our 4th game of the year down in Taylorville, our tournament, which was it was awesome, and the kids were excited about it. And the next night we played O'Fallon, who ended up going to super sectionals, and we played into a 5-point game, and we were up by 5 with about 2.5 minutes left, and they banked in 2 threes and made 2 threes, and we lost by 4. It was sickening.
Yeah.
But it was pretty neat. And our first conference home win in 4 years was awesome.
Good. Nice.
So that was pretty cool. And the kids, it seemed like they really gelled together. We had a lot of off-the-court stuff this year we had to deal with. And at the end of the year, we were closer knit than we were to start the year, I thought. So. Yeah.
Sounds good, Coach. Thanks for coming out this hot day. And you didn't come out for nothing. You got 2 tickets. Your wife has called in and won the trivia, so not only are you mowing the yard today, but you are headed to Knights Action Park.
We'll see what happens.
Thanks, Coach. Coach Howie Fuiten in Lady Railers head basketball coach out of Lincoln Community High School. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You're in the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. Paul Phillips has joined us. We grabbed him. He's playing some baseball this summer. Paul, thanks for stopping by.
Hey, not a problem, guys. How are you?
Good. It's going good.
Very good.
Former LCHS grad, pitcher out at for the Railers. Paul, what are you doing now? Give us a little recap of where you've been before. I know you went to a junior college first. I think you might have taken a little time off, and now you're back into it and furthering that degree and baseball future.
Yeah, out of high school, I went to Kankakee. Played 2 years there. Had a great time, won a lot of games. After that, I took some time off and started cooking at Chad's, working at Chad's Blind here in Lincoln, and then the coach picked me up at a showcase here at the college one day and asked me if I wanted to come back to school. It's a first-year program down at UIS, so I said, why not? I'd like to finish my degree, and
sure.
Get that degree is a big thing. Get your job and start my life. But first year at UIS was awesome. So
yeah, I will say that it's a tribute to you. A lot of people, once they get out, don't find the motivation and I guess maybe the will to get back into school. You've done that, but what helped is you've always loved baseball. You've always loved pitching. Coach at UIS finds you here. Like you said, at a showcase, and not only do you get to go back to school to your degree, but you get to play a little ball too.
Absolutely. Thank God my arm's held up this long, as long as it has. I took the time off. I didn't know,
Sure.
how it would react coming back. It'd been 2 years, so just to come back and everything to go right and go well is just, kind of. Breathtaking kind
right.
of, I'd say.
Well, it's a blessing for you. It's one thing when it was for me to keep the grades up, to go to class.
Oh yeah.
Was you have to be eligible to play ball.
Absolutely,
and,
it was.
That provides some motivation. If you're going to play, you better go to school.
Absolutely, going on the road, traveling. it's 8-10 hour bus rides on the weekends. You come back, you got class Monday morning. You got to be there. So
it's not as easy as everybody thinks that these athletes get all the wine and dines, and then they don't realize you're on the bus or the plane until 2 or 3 in the morning, and then, like you say, trying to get up for a Monday morning class at a monotone teacher is sometimes tough to do.
Oh yeah, numerous hours with the lights on above me on the bus doing homework. Not something I wanted to do. I'd probably rather been sleeping. But,
sure. UIS has started a new program. Who's the coach there? Anybody from the area that we might know on the team, and how have you liked it so far? Being a new program, an older guy. When I was in junior college, I had to redshirt 1 year. I was by far the oldest after redshirting 1 year. I got the Gramps tag.
Oh,
the Gramps. I'm sure you're hearing the Gramp.
Oh, yes.
They call you the Grandpa?
They call me Papa P.
There you go.
So it's something else. But Brian Grunsky's our coach. He's a Minnesota boy. Mm-hmm. He's a real cool guy, laid back, kind of an older style guy. Uh-huh. So meshing with him was really easy. The new program was something that changed. It was weird just jumping into a new system and everything. But a guy you guys would all know, Hayden Cosby.
Sure. Railer
from last year.
Sure.
So he had a great year. At first, we didn't know what he was going to do, and then he ended up being our everyday shortstop. Uh-huh. I loved having him out there. Me and him worked real well together. But
where you talked about Hayden there, and how many you in college, I know the weekend starters or the conference starters are there. What was your role on this year's UIS baseball team?
Well, whenever Coach signed me, he told me I was going to be the horse, the one, carry the innings. So that's what I did. I was Saturday game 1. Mm-hmm. It was, with us being so young, I don't know. A lot
experience?
Of guys, experience wasn't there. A lot of guys hadn't seen a real curveball per se. High school to college. That's a big change. Our conference was stacked. We had, I think, 3 teams finish in the top, 25 in the nation.
Sure.
Justin Richard, another former Railer.
And Royce Duncan.
And Royce, yep.
Right, over at Quincy.
Both at Quincy went real far, lost to NKU, but they just ran into some tough pitching. I think they ran out of pitching.
So that's in the same conference as UIS now?
Yep.
So you're seeing a lot of Railers, really.
Absolutely.
Hayden Cosby, Justin Richard, Royce Duncan, all over at, Quincy, and then, like you said, and Hayden's here at UIS.
Yep.
So Saturday, you guys play nines? Double hitters on Saturdays, on the weekends, or what do you got going for a schedule?
Saturday, Sunday, we play 9s and 7s. 9-7, then we'll turn around and play another 9-7, depending on weather, I guess. Sometimes we'll try and turn 7 into 9. We'll see what happens.
Right. But now, this summer you have, to keep that arm in shape. A lot of guys travel for the summers to play wherever. Everywhere. I went to North Carolina, Virginia. I played some here in Central Illinois in the CIL League. Where are you headed, and what are you doing this summer?
This summer, well, after Kankakee, I didn't know what I want to do for summer, and a couple of guys were like, Buckley's a great town. I was like, all right, all the guys have played there. So I went down there, great atmosphere. Probably you get 800 people at a game. But they're a storied franchise. They've been around since 1895. And,
wow.
Actually, we're 21 wins away from 1,000 in the career. So
cool.
We're in the history. So could be a crazy ending to the summer.
Well, that's one thing that summer drags on, and you're hot out, and you got to have fans in the park to keep you going.
Absolutely, a little motivation.
There you go. And you'll be heading back to UIS after the summer to hopefully finish that degree in what? Business.
Makes the world go round.
That's right. Business is what his major is going to be. He's at UIS, so go check out not only Paul here, but also Hayden Cosby at UIS, a new program startup. Where do you play most of your home games at, Paul, since it's a new program?
Well, we didn't have a field to start. They built a practice field in the middle of a cornfield, basically, for us. So
for the Field of Dreams.
Yeah, it's virtually what it felt like. But home games are at Chatham Park District down in Chatham. Played a few games in Springfield at Lanphier and whatnot. But I don't know. I'd like to have a new field, kind of like a Cracker Jack box.
For your the little short for,
yeah,
for
little
college,
short.
But they've toned down the bats for their pitchers' help.
Yes, I like the BB cores.
Are they? Is your league wood?
My summer league, yes.
And is your college wood?
No, they were until this year.
I thought Quincy was wood.
Yep, they just changed. But it was weird. I faced a couple kids that came up with wooden bats, but they were in the tops of conference, like batting .550 when I faced them. So it was just. It gave me motivation to see with them with a wooden bat.
Sure.
I just try and break it. So,
little motivation from Paul. Paul, thanks for stopping by. We know you got a busy day going up, but thanks for stopping out at Blades, and continue success, and tribute to you to head back for your degree.
Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
That's Paul Phillips, the UIS pitcher. He stopped by Blades out here for the summer kickoff. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be back out at 241 Madigan Drive. The furniture guy, Jake Johnston, Josh Komnick, you're in the cheap seats, 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.